This cyclical event occurs about 17,000 to 22,000 times per day. The air we inhale contains about 21% oxygen. The air we exhale contains about 16%. And the difference, other 5%, is consumed. The maximum amount of air our lungs can hold is about 6 liters. If we do the math, we use about 550 liters of pure oxygen per day. Amazing! So oxygen is essential to our life. But unfortunately, few people know how to breathe the way to get most out of breathing. And even fewer people do that on a regular basis. Okay, how to breathe to give your body the right level of so needed oxygen. Coming up. Hi, Andre here. Welcome to the Practical Health channel. In this video, we'll talk about the key pillars of efficient breathing, as well as a couple practical ideas on improving your everyday breathing. Let's start with the most important thing, breathing pattern. There are two main breathing patterns, or styles. The first one is chest breathing, and the second one is abdominal breathing. Chest breathing mainly uses intercostal and neck muscles, accessory respiratory muscles, to pull the chest cavity upward and forward. When chest breathing, the top of the lungs or bubbly air sponges expand while the bottom actually compresses. The result is low oxygen delivery to the lungs and consequently to the bloodstream. On the other hand, abdominal breathing, also known as belly breathing, uses the main respiratory muscle, the diaphragm. It's located somewhere here. The chest cavity moves downwards and forwards when this muscle is engaged. This motion expands the lungs, filling the basal area of the lungs with plenty of oxygen. The result is high oxygen delivery, dispersed proportionally throughout the lungs. Okay, the next question is, how often should we breathe in order to remain as oxygenated as possible? Is frequency of breathing critical? It definitely is. The average human takes 12 to 16 breaths per minute. Scientists have determined that the optimal breathing rate is between 4 and 10 breaths per minute, with 6 breaths per minute being the sweet spot. Breathing at the rate within this optimal range enhances lung ventilation and gas exchange and results in high oxygen saturation levels. Sustained slow breathing can also lead to better athletic performance, mild drops in blood pressure, and decreased mortality for individuals with conditions like heart failure. And sustained slow breathing can even increase longevity in the general population. Okay, moving on. Here's the next question. If 6 breaths per minute or 1 breath every 10 seconds is ideal, how long should we inhale, hold, and exhale each breath? Well, while there is no scientifically verifiable answer, there is a definite consensus that you should exhale longer than you inhale. Doing so stimulates the vagus nerve, a critical player in the parasympathetic nervous system. The stimulation of the vagus nerve helps us relax and eliminate the sensation of fight or flight that we experience when the sympathetic nervous system produces adrenaline. It's no wonder that when we are stressed, we are often told just to breathe. Exhaling for extended duration lowers blood pressure and heart rates, alleviates anxiety, and brings clarity to the mind. Okay, moving on. Poor posture can also negatively affect respiration. Try to keep your back straight and relax your shoulders as you breathe. If any part of the lungs is constantly compressed, it loses its function. Medically, this is referred to as a chest wall restrictive syndrome. Additionally, it reduces rib and overall chest mobility. Correcting posture is a challenging endeavor, but it's not only about looking good, it's also about respiratory wellness. Finally, I want to talk about mouth breathing versus nose breathing. Histologically speaking, if we examine tissue from the mouth and the nose under a microscope, we'll find that nasal mucosa and posterior rhinopharynx are padded with respiratory cells, while the mouth is padded with digestive tissues. This is the reason why nose breathing is preferable over mouth breathing. We don't need to get into the anatomy of these two areas. Just know that one is for chewing and swallowing, and the other one is for air filtration and hydration. By the way, by experimenting on twins, scientists have determined that perceived attractiveness varies between nose breathers and mouth breathers. As you might guess, it's in favor of nose breathers. There is even a trend going on lately that encourages the maintenance of correct tongue posture to improve nose breathing. Scientists such as British orthodontist John Mew recommend resting the tongue against the roof of the mouth, This helps breathing by elevating the head cap of our respiratory system, known as a glottis, and make it easier to inhale and exhale through the nose. The bottom line is, we should always breathe through the nose. It filters allergen and dust, further aiding the process of gas exchange in the lungs. Think of this way. Breathing through your mouth is as barbaric to your health as eating through your nose. Simple like that. A couple more points. The normal range of oxygen saturation for adults is 94 to 99%. And you can use a simple oximeter, like this, to measure your oxygen level. 95. Not so good. Anyone with oxygen saturation level below 90% will likely require supplemental oxygen. This is what happened to me when I visited Cusco, Peru. My oxygen level dropped below 90%, and my wife Daria called medical emergency services a couple times a night. It was not fun, definitely. Another beautiful, wonderful point about breathing is that you can practice healthy breathing anywhere. While lying in your bed, during your business meetings, in your car, sitting on the couch, basically everywhere. It's awesome. Just one caveat, funny caveat. An increased oxygen level might make you start yawning. It might look weird if you enthusiastically listen to someone at a business meeting and start yawning. Finally, there are several popular breathing techniques. They include the box breathing, the 4-7-8 breathing technique, the 7-11 technique, the alternate nostril breathing, the Wim Hof method, and many others. We'll talk about these breathing techniques in a separate video. But basically, different breathing techniques solve different problems. So you should pick the right ones to suit your goals. So that's it for today. In summary, learn the right way to breathe. Breathe with the belly, 4 to 10 times a minute. Exhale longer than you inhale. Maintain the straight back, and definitely breathe through the nose. This breathing approach will help you reduce stress levels in your body, improve your physical and mental performance, and strengthen your immune system. I forgot to tell you. You can't breathe correctly while smiling. Do you want to try? Just kidding. I hope I made you smile. See you next time. Bye.